This is Dinner with an Owl. This was submitted by a developer.
Not to be
And
confused with Dinner with a Shark.
when is that game coming out?
I mean, it happens every night.
Alright, so let's start with this thumbnail. And unfortunately, we're beginning with a lot of problems.
And yeah, I mean,
I don't like this thumbnail.
it feels generic.
Yeah. And it's hard to kind of put into words why. And I think for me, as you know, I look at a lot of thumbnails on Keymailer and press sites. And something about this, it just really has that very low quality look to it.
Mm-hmm. And the structure is all wrong because your eyes are drawn to the
Candles
candle,
or the owl.
and then it goes to the owl's face and then the girl's face, and then you're just kind of sitting there looking at the wallpaper in between there.
Mm-hmm.
And the wallpaper is so busy in the background, and the candlelight is blowing out the girl's face. And nothing's bringing you to the text, and the text is just
it's cursive. It's kind of it's not the most readable for this kind of thumbnail, and
it's just your eyes aren't even brought to it to to even if it was easy to read. I mean, you still aren't likely to read it because your eyes aren't going to be brought to it.
Yeah, it needs to be the Dinner with an Owl needs to be moved up. Now, how far it needs to be moved up? Do you think that if the whole trailer or the whole thumbnail would be moved down, and then the Dinner with an Owl would be kind of above it would be better, or do you think moving it up to maybe a quarter of the way up, just below the candlesticks?
I think both of those would be a better option.
Mm-hmm.
But putting it beside the candles is going to definitely cause an issue with the white text.
Yeah.
And if you make it black, then that's going to have
kill
issues
readability
with the tuxedo. Matter of fact, if it's being white, it's going to have issues with the tuxedo.
Because of the kind of the white part of it right there.
Yeah, so it's going to have to. The only way for it to really work is it's going to have to be at the top.
Mm-hmm. And maybe move everything down a little bit.
But I don't think. I think that would be just salvaging a few points off of this. I don't think that's going to fix the thumbnail. The thumbnail doesn't look anything like the game. I see that thumbnail, and then I get into the Steam page, and I see all these screenshots and everything, and none of it looks remotely the same. It looks...
And that is always a red flag for consumers.
Oh, yeah. This, I mean, that's the mark of an asset flip right there. Yeah, it doesn't mean it is, but that's what asset flippers do. Asset flippers do that all the time. They'll do completely different art for the thumbnail and then really shitty art once you click in there.
How many RPG Maker games have we seen do that same style?
All of them pretty much.
Yeah, and with very few exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
So right out the gate, this thumbnail... Ooh.
I think it's F territory.
Yeah, maybe high F, low D.
Yeah, I'm gonna say F plus.
Mm-hmm. Is an F plus safely extreme?
No. Just extremely low.
Yeah. Alright, yeah.
Are we ready to go to the trailer?
Oh, yes.
Alright. And my trailer starting at the very end.
Sometimes he lurks in the dark, eavesdrops on our conversations. I think he even poisoned the tap water.
Voices in my head.
Yeah.
There's no code opening here.
The art is just really taking away from everything.
Everyone finished?
It's
Let's
grainy.
have dinner.
Feels grainy.
Dinner with an owl.
Also, I just noticed at the 28-second mark, when it kind of brings up the title card, there's black bars on both sides. It's not properly scaled to the trailer.
Did you notice at one point the text overlapped each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, right here at 21 seconds, there's text over text. And I wonder if that's in the game, because that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
And all these characters are stilted to everything. And like,
Yeah.
I don't know what the game is besides. I mean, at this point, it's some boring meme about having a dinner with an owl.
Mm-hmm.
I think the thumbnail carries that meme better than the game does. But I don't think it's supposed to be a meme because it's supposed to be a
Comedy horror. Yeah.
I didn't see anything scary or anything funny.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're right. At the 21-second mark, you see the text over text. And that is definitely an issue within the game itself. Like, you could just move the text a little bit further bottom left so they're not... Or just move it down so it's not, like, being overlaid on top of each other.
And this aesthetics, I don't think the aesthetics work.
Yeah, if you look at the... Where is it? When do they start talking? Or walking. At like the 8-second mark, when you see the character walking, it's so stilted.
Mm-hmm. Everything. And when you see him talking, it's just, mouth flaps that just don't do much of anything.
Yeah. And this is a problem. Like, one of the things that really kills a trailer, and we've seen a few games do this, is if you leave bugs or issues in the trailer. You remember that one game where the whole trailer, the game was only running at like 3 frames per second. That's not what you don't want that in your trailer.
Yeah, Solomon brings up a good point that I was about to get to about you look in the game and there's no idea what kind of game this is.
Yeah, just a lot of weird imagery.
Yeah, there's no UI, there's no text. I mean, there's no for all we know, this is just a short cutscene, and that's the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, everything looks like it's all in a row and almost, but it's still cut kind of thing.
Yeah, there's no gameplay loop. There's no descriptions. There's
no UI.
Yeah. It's very much a story trailer, but that doesn't do anything.
Story of what, though?
Exactly.
A dinner?
But an hour.
That doesn't sound like a very entertaining story.
Mm-hmm.
The more entertaining story is the stories you tell at dinner, not the story of having a dinner.
Yeah, and again, I think part of this issue, like, it does have a call to action at the end, but it's white text on a black screen. That's it.
Yeah, there's no decoration here, and it says it's a comedy horror adventure.
I didn't see any of those 3.
No.
And this is unfortunately just... And the part, again, when Dinner with an Owl and you see, like, the black bars on either side, that also does not give me confidence in this game.
Where at?
At the 27-second mark.
Yeah, the black bars. Yeah, that's a red flag there.
Yeah.
And that's probably in the game itself. Either that's in the game or bad editing for the trailer.
Yeah. I mean, like, the background art, it has style to it, but the character models really drag it down.
Mm-hmm. The character models as well as their animations.
Mm-hmm.
As well as the thing with this style is the backgrounds are really, really busy, and you don't want things to be that busy.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So what do you think of her grade on this?
Oh, Now that I've seen the bugs in the trailer as well, just the overall quality, I think it's in the another like high F low D range. What about you?
I think you might be giving this thing too much credit. I'm going to go. I think this might be an F minus.
Mm.
I think this might be a royal F minus for this trailer, because there's nothing redeemable from this trailer. I mean, name one good thing from this trailer.
Well, according to the reviews, the music. People really like the music.
I didn't notice any music when I was playing it. Doesn't mean there isn't any, but I was too busy looking at all the other stuff that was learning.
Yeah, I think I'll give it. I think F for me, because I've seen worse examples, but not a lot of worse examples.
I don't think I've seen a worse example. I've seen a worse game, but I don't think I've seen a worse example of a trailer.
Oh, there was that one again that it was all shown in 3 FPS.
I think that was better than this, because this was 3 FPS while I was at full speed with these animations and stilted animations. And, that thing didn't have stilted animations. You just couldn't see the full animation because it was at 3 FPS. I think this is an upgrade over that, because this is, running at full speed and it's 3 FPS. Whereas 3 frames in that minute, and it's without lagging kind of thing, So, I mean, it's the same kind of issue, but, that one's like, if they optimize it, that might actually, work. This one looks like it's already optimized and it's just going to get the 3 FPS. Kind of thing. And that other one had some, legitimate action scenes and told us what kind of gameplay loop it has. This one does not.
And I think I'll go down to F minus then, because again, there's nothing in this trailer that's actually showing me gameplay. And there's only showing me comedy. There's only showing me horror.
There's nothing to show us choice. There's nothing to show any kind of user interface at all.
Yeah. All it shows is a dinner with an owl.
Yeah, if this was a short movie, like a 2-minute movie, then this would be maybe a decent trailer for a 2-minute movie.
Yeah,
but you need a trailer for a 2-minute long movie, because that's what this seems like.
Yeah. So let's go to the screenshots, and a lot of these were repeated. I think most of them were. I think maybe the third one wasn't in it. He says, "You look hungry, though."
Yeah, the third wasn't in it. The fourth and fifth were definitely in it. The first is...
I think the first one is in it.
So at most, they have 2 screenshots here. At worst, they have 1. And this goes back to that whole thing about, that it's, a 2-minute trailer. It's a 2-minute movie. And that's the entire game, because that's what everything is pointing to.
Don't think the first one was in the trailer. At least I'm not seeing it, but definitely the second one.
I know the third one didn't, and the fourth and fifth definitely are. So, I mean, they have 1 or 2 thumbnails, or screenshots, rather. 1 or 2. And that would be the first.
No gameplay.
Yeah, there's nothing in here that says anything about gameplay or anything else. Nothing tells us what we're doing. Nothing horror. Nothing comedy.
Yeah, if this was just a movie on Steam, it would be a different story.
Yeah.
But still not telling me what this game is. And I mean, it has what as you said, like 2 original screenshots, 2, maybe 3.
No, it doesn't have maybe 3. It has 1, maybe 2.
Yeah. So I think F range again, maybe high F.
Yeah, I'd say probably F plus. This is not looking good for this game.
No. And then we get to the about this game section.
Oh
or
no.
what little there is.
Is there an about this game page section?
There's words.
There's a couple words.
So
There's
again,
bullet points. There's like a couple lines of text. There's nothing here that tells me anything about the gameplay either.
so apparently this is a looping storyline. I have not seen anything about that in this entire page.
Yeah. And allegedly poisoned tap water. I mean, is that a bullet point? Have you run out of so many things to say about the game that is a bullet point?
And this is the free and enhanced edition.
And an eerie original soundtrack and full professional voice acting. I mean, did those voices sound professional to you?
It depends.
Ask a lawyer.
Yeah, but again, I still don't know what I'm doing in this game.
Yeah, I don't either.
We don't even have a mouse cursor to show somebody pointing and clicking in the game.
Yeah, there's not even point and click interfaces stuff. There's nothing. So about this game page, grade, what are you thinking?
I think an F minus.
You're going F minus?
Yeah, there's nothing here that's
They got
telling me
bullet points, but they're really crappy bullet points.
Huh? Alright, then maybe just solid F?
Yeah, I'll go solid F.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is getting dinged all over the place.
I'm dinged. I mean this game was already 6 feet under, and then it dug another 6 feet, and then another 6 feet, and then another 6 feet, and then another 6 feet.
Yeah, I mean a GIF of somebody being murdered, or you clicking on choices, or it's just something.
A gif of something comedy.
Yeah.
Somebody coming out and taking a wad of poop and shoving it into somebody's face, or pie or something, something comedy, I mean, it's supposed to be a comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the comedy? Where's the horror?
Yeah.
Show us, an owl, out in the tree at night and just swooping down and getting somebody or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This
Whenever
first
there is
review,
horror, show it.
this first review, I think, gives more detail about this game than the entire About This Game section. Simply entering mystery. Alright, so title card. Title card, not bad. Not best, but we have multiple genre tags.
Mhm.
We have Twitter, but that's it.
Yeah, so they have one contact.
No YouTube, no website.
And here's the issue with the Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
The Twitter says boring suburban dad, but the name of the developer is Timo Jens Wingener. Which that's a horrible name for a developer. I don't know if that's his personal name, but that's not a good studio name.
Mm.
And this Twitter, if it's the official, I think Boring Suburban Dad is a better developer name than Timo Jings Wigner, because nobody can even say that. Have you ever heard of that game from, let's just say, random words,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like that's what, I apologize if that's somebody's name, but, in a foreign country, but to me, in America, that is random words and letters. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I think the title card will probably get the highest grade, but not that high.
Yeah, what are you thinking? C plus?
Yeah, somewhere in the C range.
Yeah.
Maybe.
At least it's not all Fs.
Yeah. I'll give it a C plus. But again, that's our highest.
Yeah. And our second highest was what? An F?
I think an F plus, maybe.
I don't think there was an F plus.
Yeah, but
For this game overall, what are we thinking?
I think just F. You think F minus?
I'm thinking F minus.
Mm.
I think this will be our record-setting lowest possible grade ever.
I think we've only had, one other F minus, or it could have been a solid F. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is definitely one of the lower ones.
I know that, but I don't think. I think it was a regular F, not a. No, I think we've had an F and an F plus. I think this will be the first F minus, though. I know that. I know we've never given out at least I don't think we've ever given out an F minus before. But I would say this is an F minus.
Yeah.
This is like they were purposely trying to mess everything up. Because
this is again one of those games where I don't think we would have clicked on this game. Like, we were still doing our weird game segment.
Oh yeah.
To even check this one out.
Yeah, this would have not gotten clicked. Except for maybe you behind the scenes, before we start the show, and you send me a link. Hey, look at this. What do you think from this thumbnail right here?
Yeah.
You think it's going to be horrible? I was like, what do you expect behind this? I was like, nothing good. And then click on it. Yep. Nothing good.
And so, unfortunately, I don't... this one needs a lot of work.
Oh, yeah. This one needs to basically be started over from scratch.
And even with it being free, I don't know if people are really going to want to play this even for free.
Yeah. I would probably pay to have this removed from my Steam library.
Oh, it's just like Disco Elysium. Thank you, Steam.
You know what the most defining thing about this game is? The user generated tags. Puzzle, point and click, 2D, third person horror. That is the best part of this page, honestly. And it's not developer thing.
Yeah.
It's not a part of making the page.
Yeah, so unfortunately, this one does not work.
Nope.
Yeah. One of these days, we should review the store page for Cruelty Squad and some the other purposely janky games and see if that gets a higher score.
How about Goat Simulator?
Maybe. But I think that will do it for our show. Yeah, there are people who will collect games no matter what.
Yeah, game collectors. But, those are not your normal Steam consumers. Those are people who will get stuff for free or for really, really cheap, never play it, just to say they have it. They're playing the game of Steam. They may even boot it and let it idle for, 10 minutes or whatever and get tons and tons of achievements from it if your game allows that kind of thing. But that's as far as they're going to go for the most part.
Yeah, so Nico Ghost Jump is definitely the winner for today.
No, winner by default. Can you really call that a winner?
I would love to get Benefadio on if he ever returns my emails.
Yeah.
Alright. But I think that will do it for our show. So, I would thank developers for submitting their games. Hopefully we gave you some useful advice. And again, if you are working on an upcoming or already released game, and you're looking for some feedback on it, please get in touch. You'll find contact information and all that good stuff in the descriptions of both of our videos.
Yep, and make sure to join both of our Discords and subscribe to both of our YouTube channels, as well as smashing the like button and licking the smash button.
And if you are interested in more game dev and game design talks, tune in for the Say They Streamcast. Those are held Sundays, starting around 4:30 ET live. And these shows are done live Thursdays, starting around 3:30 ET live.
Yep, and you can tune into Josh's channel for more content on both nightly streams as well as developer interviews. And you can also tune in on my channel for development of my game, Neon Continuum, the sci-fi themed with a collectible card game with a cyberpunk core.
And lots of neon.
Yes, lots of neon.
All right. So, I will be back later tonight for my regular game stream. And when do you have your game dev chats?
We have our dev streams on Fridays.
All right. So again, be sure to get in touch with us if you're interested in getting reviewed, and come back for daily discussions on game design here and on game wisdom, where some of the art and science of games. Until next time, take care.
See ya.